It's just after 7 o'clock, and we have a lot to cover tonight at our very first PTO meeting of the year. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, everyone who's at home joining and everyone who's here joining. Hopefully it works tonight with the audio and the video. Just let us know if there's any issue, and we'll try to fix it. My name is Amy Samaski. I'm the president this year of the Somerville, New Jersey Pre-K-8 PTO, and I want to welcome all of you tonight. The main thing we want to do tonight is to hear from all of you, what your ideas are for the PTO, what your goals are, what you think we should be doing this year, because as we all know, this is a very different year. We're transitioning back into a full day of school, and we want to hear from all of you. So what I'm going to do first, we did post the agenda on the website, and we do have agenda copies available here at the meeting. If you want to go to our website and follow along with the agenda, I'll let you take a minute to pull it up. It's on our website, which is www.somervillenjpto.com. So there should be a link up there. We just kind of wanted to do an overview first of what our PTO is and what we're about and what we do. We have a mission statement that I'm sort of going to summarize, which is actually on our front page of our website, that we're a volunteer organization of parents, guardians, teachers, staff, administrators from Vanderveer and the middle school who work together to build a nurturing and engaging school community to contribute to a better educational and cultural environment for our children. And what does that mean? We do a few things. The one thing you probably hear the most about that we do is fundraise. And the reason we fundraise is to help fulfill funding requests that are brought to us, and also to fund our own initiatives. And often this basically means we're helping close a budget gap for needs within the school. So we raise the money and we funnel it right back into Vanderveer and the middle school. Some examples are we help offset costs for the busing for class trips. We paid for the playground equipment right out back here at Vanderveer. That was all funds that the PTO raised. We also hold a lot of events that are either run by the PTO or run by the school, and they need volunteers. So that's the other place where we can really use all of your help, is to sign up to volunteer to help run these things. We had Chalk the Walk the day before school started. That was our very first one. So thank you to anyone who was able to participate in Chalk the Walk. It really was great to see all the happy messages. Typically what we've done in the past, and we can talk about this tonight if we want to continue to do the same things or change it up and do different things, but just to give you a sense, we've done trunk or treat, we've done a holiday boutique, we participate in the book fair, and this year the book fair is becoming all ours. So we're going to need a pretty big crew of volunteers to fully run the book fair. Field day is run by the school. We bring the volunteers to help run field day. We have Teacher Appreciation Week, and we also have the 5th and 8th grade graduation events like the ice cream social and the t-shirts that we give out to them. So those are some ideas of other things that we do and where our funds go. We're thinking this year, we're going to try to create committees for every event and every fundraising effort so that we have a group of people who are dedicated to each thing that we're doing. We'll have a committee chair, and that way there will be meetings outside of these general meetings where the work really gets done. The general meetings will be like the idea sharing and figuring out what we want to do. Then we'll have breakout groups to do the actual work. So some of the committees that we already have established include the Playground Fund Committee, the Book Fair Committee, the Latino Family Advisory Board, and we would like to create committees for the events and fundraisers. The other thing I want to share, and this will be on every agenda at the bottom, are the dates for our meetings. They're the third Wednesdays of the month at 7 p.m. Specifically, that's, in case you want to write this down, October 20th, November 17th, January 19th, February 16th, March 16th, April 20th, May 18th, and then June 8th, right at the end of the year, which is pretty much just to hold elections for next year. The board will introduce ourselves. We hold our positions for 1 year, and then we have elections at the end of the year for the year ahead. But like I said, what we really want to hear tonight are your ideas, why you're here, what do you want to bring to PTO, I'll just start off for myself. And who you are. So I'm Amy. I have 3 kids in the schools. I have a 2nd, 4th, and a 6th grader. I kind of joined PTO to get involved in the book fair. That was like my passion, why I showed up. And I want to see us, help continue the things that we've been doing that everyone loves and keep things moving forward. So I'm going to pass it off to Danny. She's our vice president.
Hi, I'm Danny Tiplady. I am the vice president of the PTO this year. I have 3 children, 2 at Vanderveer and 1 who's too young for school, a 5th grader and a 3rd grader. I do want to say one thing before I get started with the other introductions. I want to say a big thank you to Mrs. McEntee and the rest of the district staff for setting us up for virtual. A lot of work behind the scenes went into us being able to hold an in-person and virtual meeting. So I really want to thank Mrs. McEntee and her staff. So thank you. So I got involved with PTO to, find out what was going on more at school and to help the teachers, with the education of the students. And that's it. All right, Amanda.
Yeah. You want to turn it or?
I could do that. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Amanda Glory, treasurer. I have 2 kids. I have Cece in, I have to think about this, 1st grade and a 3rd grader. And I joined to be more involved. And also my younger one, Cece, has special needs to make sure that her needs are also represented throughout the school. Or just doing introductions?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Danielle Zasek. I am secretary. I have twin boys that are in 4th grade, and I have a daughter who is in 2nd grade. I want to get more involved just to make it more fun for the kids, really. And also, I love doing things for the teachers here. They deserve it. They more than deserve it. And that's about it.
Hi, I'm Megan Brittany on communications. I also have twin boys in 4th grade and a boy in 1st grade. I like helping out with the communications, with the website, with the emails and all that. And I just like being involved. I've been involved for several years.
So we're just going to ask that everybody else that's here at the meeting do like a quick introduction, like their name, how old their kids are, and if you have like one quick idea for something you'd like to see happen this year.
And we're going to swing it around to get our other 2 board members next.
Hi, I'm Carolina Reales. I have 2 kids, one 4th grade and one 1st grade, and I do membership with Melinda.
Hi, I'm Melinda Julian. I have a 3rd grader here, Gerard. I joined PTO because why not? All right.
Okay. And then we'll go this way. So in the camp.
Oh, okay, Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate Ambrose. My daughter Maya just started pre-K here. And I would just like to get involved in her education. I'm a teacher in a neighboring district. And when you have a really supportive PTO as a teacher, it makes all the difference in the world. And so I'm just looking to get involved and here listen and learn what you've done in the past.
Thank you. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Laura Corvecchio. I have a 4th grader and a 6th grader, and very similar. I'm also a teacher in another district, and my reasons for joining is because I just know how important the communication and the support of the parents are for the teachers, as well as to help, figuring out ways to make things fun for the kids and things like that. So, I just feel like parents need to be there in the background and have that connection to the school.
I'm Katie Kay. I have 2 daughters, one in 4th, one in 2nd, and I'm also a teacher. That's why I joined the PTO a few years ago, just to kind of give the teachers my support and to get involved in what was happening at the school.
I'm Marianne Altadonna. I have a preschooler and a 1st grader here at Vanderveer. I am a special needs mama, both of them. So that's kind of representing over here. And you know, Megan and I and a couple other moms are also involved in a special needs parent group. We can talk about that later, but same thing. I just want to see that kind of comes through here through PTO too. One idea that we just talked about was doing like maybe a sensory friendly trunk or treat. So like a half hour beforehand, kiddos with special needs might be able to go first when it's less crowded and things like that. And then it opens up to the general, you know, education kids, little things like that. But it's nice to hear what you guys are doing, see what you guys are doing, and then see how we can accommodate our kids as well.
Great, welcome.
Yeah. I'm so
Hi, I'm Bronwyn Pucci. I have a 5th grader and a kindergartner, and I like to fill my time with volunteering, and PTO is a good way to do it. Anything that can get me involved in the school and more connected with what's happening with my kids day to day. This is a good opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can go. Yep. That's okay. You're okay.
I'm Joanna Yonazo. I have 2 girls here, one in pre-K and one in first grade. Miss Kate and Miss McLaughlin's classes. Well, kindergarten was their first experience with Vanderveer, and as you all know, it was a pandemic year, so everything is new and novel. So we are trying our best to stay afloat and stay informed and volunteer our time and efforts in any way that we can to staff and show support to students and the community. So we're here.
Great.
Thank you. Welcome.
Okay. I'm Erica Stepper. I have 2 children here at Vanderveer, 2nd grader and a 2nd year pre-K because he's been in the program since 3. So I represent special needs here as well. I actually joined with Amy on book fair side of things because I'm passionate about that. I do books in my regular life, so I'm good with that. And then just to help our kids be heard as well.
Okay, I'm Pam Hunkley. I actually don't have any children at Vanderveer. I have a 7th grader and a high schooler, freshman. I got involved in PTO several years ago when it was kind of in transition where like there wasn't a whole lot going on and like a new board started and you know things really started happening. And I mostly came tonight just because I feel like the middle school isn't as represented as it should be as a PTO, so that's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Was there someone else back there that, no? Okay. So now we're going to turn it to the people at home. Let's see, I'm going to be really awkward about this. Okay. So I'm going to ask you each to unmute. I can see your names. So Ann de Guzman. Oh, I think you're still muted. There you go.
Thank you so much for being so supportive. I'm so excited because you know it's a first time parent and I have my child with Miss Hayde, a 1st grader. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Carrie Casey.
Sorry about
Carrie
that.
Jordan.
Hi.
Oh.
I'm Carrie Jordan, actually. I don't know how to fix my email to I've got 4 kids. I actually have a high schooler, a 4th grader, a 2nd grader, and a baby who's not quite in Vanderveer yet. And I'm really excited to be here, get more involved and be able to help be the change that we wish to see in our schools. So I guess that's it.
Thank you, Carrie. Welcome. Juliana Jimenez.
Hi, good evening. Again, Juliana. I have 3 boys, Sebastian, who's in high school, Dylan and Tiago at Vanderveer, a pre-K and a 5th grader. Definitely the first time that I'm here with you guys and just kind of learn what you guys do. And I know that you guys do a lot and I appreciate it. So I guess I'm just kind of like introducing myself as a, you know, on the PTO. to see, obviously better things for our kids. And pretty much it's my first time basically participating, so I'll just have to learn a lot from you and what you guys have to, offer and ideas of, I guess, as the time goes, I'll have some ideas as well for, to bring to the meeting.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Randa?
Hi, it's Rhonda.
Rhonda. Okay.
Hi, everyone. I have a little boy in preschool. We are, so we're new to Vanderveer, and we're actually fairly new to the district. We moved about a year ago into the town. So I'm also a former teacher. I work in a slightly different field now, but I do remember how involved the PTO was and how important it was for teachers and for the kids. So I wanted to be a part of that with my son.
We appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome. Amit?
Hey, hi everyone. So I'm Amit. So I have one kid that is 4-year-old. He is going in pre-K. So yeah, it's really a good, right? I really appreciate all of your efforts because kids is he is loving to go to school. He is enjoying over there, and thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Vladimir? Oh, you're muted. You just need to unmute.
Do the ear.
If
Go like this.
we can't hear you. Oh, if you're on a phone, you might need to hit *6 if you don't have a way to unmute it. Okay. I'm going to let you see if you can figure out how to unmute. And if you can, we'll come back. Okay. Dr. Stroh?
Okay. Can you hear me?
You got it. Okay, go ahead. Now we hear you.
Okay. I'm here with my wife. I don't know if she's still there, but we are parent of Camila. Camila is a 5th grader. We have another one in the high school. Sophia is this 9th grader. And always, it's our first time in the PTO. We want to know what the PTO do. What can we apport? I think we can apport some ideas, but we can know first. We want to know first how this works, and in the future, surely we apport some new ideas. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Stroh?
Okay, let me jump in. I'm Helena Sherchinsky. I'm also Dr. Schrow or Ms. Schrow. I'm actually from the middle school. I don't have a student in district, but I always like to say that I borrow 330 of your students each day. And I always want to come to show appreciation for everything you all do and how involved you all are. And I also, if I can ever offer resources and information to a larger group on anything that a parent might be concerned about or something that might come up, I want to be able to do that. So thank you all so much.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Okay, Padma Priya.
Yeah, hi, this is Priya. I have one kid, his name is Rian, and he's doing kindergarten now. Last year we all missed due to pandemic, all virtual classes. So this year we all were so excited and he's really liking it. And thank you so much for this. And we are looking, and this is the first time we are participating in the PTO, and we like to share the ideas and improve it. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you for joining. Thanks. Jennifer?
Hi, I have 3 girls, and my oldest one just joined kindergarten at Vanderveer. We moved here about a year or so ago. I have no idea what PTO is about, but it just sounded like a good way to support the students and the teachers. So, yeah, I don't exactly have ideas yet, but I love crafting, and I'm all about goodie bags and things like that. So, you can put me on a committee.
Thank you. Thank you. Pramod? Or Pramad Yadav? Okay. Might not be there behind the camera right now. I can't tell. We'll come back to you. Okay. There's a few people who joined by phone and a few others who I actually can't see. So we're going to have to figure out how to do this. So, and while we're figuring that out, Miss Frevert, we're going to come back to the people who are joining virtually in just a moment. Miss Frevert didn't have a chance to introduce herself, and she's in the room as well.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Frevert. I'm the assistant principal here, but before that, I was a teacher for 15 years, and I worked 1 year at the Department of Education. And I have that relationship, that parent-teacher relationship, and it was so important to me to support PTO and everything that they were doing. So now as the assistant principal, those values and beliefs are the same, and now I get to do it on a much broader scale. So thank you so much for everyone who is here. I have been to meetings in the last 15 years where there were maybe 3 or 4 people. So to see the number of people here this evening is so exciting. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Look, you can't see it, but I'm smiling from ear to ear.
Sorry about that technical glitch. I didn't think to turn the camera on Ms. Frevert just now. Hopefully you were able to hear her. She's very thrilled to see how many people have joined. I haven't even been able to count how many people I see in this meeting. I think we had left off with Jennifer, and we're going to go on to Deepika Patel.
Hi everyone. Hello, Nilesh here. I'm Arnav father, and Arnav is going to kindergarten this year. He is so excited to go to school every day. Last year, all of us missed due to pandemic, and Arnav is loving the school. He's excited to go to school every day, and this is good initiative, and we would like to contribute, learn, and support this PTO initiative. And thank you for inviting us to this meeting.
Thank you for joining. There is a phone number that ends in 66. There are only 2 phone numbers on here. So if you're the one that ends in 66, we need your name and we need to hear from you. Okay.
And to unmute, you press *6.
Thank you. Forgot to say that. Yeah. And while you're, okay, so if either one of the people joining by phone could hit *6 to unmute, the other person on the phone ends in 92. Okay, it looks like both people by phone have not been able to unmute. Also, don't forget to go in anyone who's joined virtually, please go to the chat and sign the attendance sheet if you haven't already. We're going to ask April Adeletta to introduce herself.
Hello, I am April Adeletta. I have a first grader in Vanderveer, and I have a 3-year-old in daycare. I am joining because I am a very busy working mom with zero idea what's going on in my kids' day-to-day. So I'm trying to, find efficient ways of finding out, how to get connected with the kids day to day, and, be able to contribute in the ways I can. I'm also, unlike Jennifer, and very not crafty, no DIY projects for me. So, representing the the unskilled here.
Well, we love you too, so thank you for joining. Okay, Cyrus Espinoza. Okay, Cyrus, if you're able to unmute and let us know that you're there, that would be great. And if you're not able to or choose not to, that's fine too. Okay, we're going to move on to Pramod Yadav. I think we tried to hear from you earlier. We didn't, but if you'd like to try right now, feel free.
Yeah. Am I audible?
There you go.
So this is the first time. Yeah. So I joined late. I missed the agenda of this meeting. I don't sorry about I did not go through the agenda also. So can you quickly summarize what is this meeting is for?
Sure. So this is the PTO meeting, and if you go to the website, SomervilleNJPTO.com, we have the agenda posted on the website. So if you want to bring up the agenda, you can bring it up there. This is our getting to know you portion of the meeting. It's parents and teachers that are coming together to plan events and further initiatives at the school. That's the brief summary. And we're just introducing ourselves now.
Okay. So like definitely I like and I like to contribute like whatever events I can. Like if I can participate and I can help, I'll be grateful to help the events. So are you gonna send the follow up like okay what is our recap of the meeting after this, or like what
There
is
will
the
be
process
meeting.
like if I want to?
Sure. You're asking about the meeting minutes. So we are taking minutes at the meeting, and those will be posted on the website as well after the meeting.
Yeah. So question like okay, if I want to participate, so what is the next step? Like okay, do we have to do anything or like how?
Sure. So we're going to have, we have a form that we're going to share in the chat as well for committees that you can sign up for. And we're going to explain all that as we move through the agenda.
Great.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Pooja Chaudhary. Okay. We'll come back to you, Pooja, if you're able to unmute. Jamie Banos.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I just joined as well. I have three kids. One has moved on to the high school. I was on the board for the past 5 years, so I'm super excited for you guys for this year. And I have a 5th grader and a 1st grader, and yeah, that's it. I'm just excited for this year for you guys.
Thank you for coming back.
Thanks,
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. Jaquisha Moses.
Who's cricket?
There's a cricket going on in the background.
Cricket Green's outside.
Hi, sorry for
Hi,
the delay.
That's okay.
I'm new to the area. My kids just started Vanderveer. I have one in preschool and one in kindergarten. So I'm just really trying to see what's going on in school and meet other like-minded individuals, I guess.
Great. It's a great way to get involved and be, directly involved in school. So thank you for joining. Jessica
you.
Coletta. Yeah.
Hi, how's it going? My name's Jessica Coletta. My daughter is in 3rd grade, and I've been a member of the PTO for about 2 years now. Actually started at Vanderveer in 1st grade. So we've been active and supporting in any way we can. So looking forward to this year.
Thank you for coming. Okay, Roz K. And I see you have your hand raised. I'm sorry I didn't catch that.
Hi, Raj is here. I have a 5-year-old kid. He's in the kindergarten, and he's so excited to go school each and every day. And he's asking me, my teacher is best teacher. So I'm also excited because it's my first time, right? And he's loving the coding and new languages, like learning the Spanish, right? So he tell me, I learned this thing, Mama, today I learned this. So yeah, thank you for the appreciate, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Okay, so Krishna. Okay, so Krishna, if you're able to unmute. Okay. We already had Carolina. She's present in the room. Rohit. And
yeah, hi, this is Rohit, and I'm father of Aro Pandey, and he's in 1st grade. He's enjoying going to school. I mean, last year it was completely affected due to Corona. So yeah, he's excited, and he's waking up in the morning without any things. So I mean, he's just waking up and he's getting ready for his school every day at the right time. So thank you for all these things, and yeah, if I will be happy to participate in any of the events if required. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We're happy to have you here. I see that Pooja just raised her hand, and I think she wasn't able to unmute before, so it's your turn.
Yeah. Hi. This is Prashant, Pooja's husband. So unfortunately, she's not here. But we have a daughter, 5-year-old, and she joined kindergarten. So we are very excited to have this community and the back to school thing working very well. It's been 4 weeks, not only for kids, but even for parents. Now it is completely changed. Last 1.5 year was a different uh, discipline and different routine going on. But now coming back to school, we have to change our habit little bit, and we are very excited that things are falling in shape in last 4 weeks. And we hope the same continues and we contribute in whatever best we could.
I'm so happy to hear you've had a smooth start. That's great to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Camila? Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, Camila, I don't know if you're able to unmute, but I am going to call on Melissa Mack. Oh, were you there? Go ahead.
Hello.
Oh, Camila.
Hello.
Go ahead, Camila. You can say who you are and who your kids are and why you joined PTO.
That's Camila's mom. I'm her sister. I'm just helping my mom with the English. Camila's my sister.
Nice to
She's
meet
a
you.
first grade.
And Camila is my
I'm
daughter.
a freshman.
And Camila's your daughter.
Oh,
very nice
oh,
to
wonderful.
meet you.
Wonderful.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay. Melissa, would you like to say hi? She's in the room.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for all you do to support the teachers and the staff. Special thank you to the PTO executive board for reaching out to me to do this hybrid meeting with this many people at home that are able to participate. You've extended your reach so much by using technology to benefit people that are at home as well. So thank you for being proactive. Thank you for inviting me, and I appreciate everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay, Kate Andrade.
Uh-oh.
I'm Katrina Andrade. I'm a mom of two kids. My boy is in pre-K and my girl is in first grade. I'm just here to support the team and hopefully I could help in some other way that you need assistance of. Thank you for all that you do for the kids.
Great, thank you.
Thank you for being part of this. Okay, Suryaro Chalamuri.
Yeah. Hello. So I have two kids. One is third grade, other one is kindergarten. So we started the school from last 3 weeks. So he's so excited to go school, and every day, when coming back, he's saying that I went to this class, I went to coding class, something. He's so excited to go school every day, and since then the school opened, our routine got changed. It's good to see that people, kids are going to school after after 1 year, almost 1.5 year. Yeah. So we are here to support whatever way we can. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you everyone for taking a minute to, if I missed anybody, please raise the virtual hand or put it in the chat. But I think I got everybody. I just want to say thanks to everybody for taking the time to come and join and get involved this year. So the next technical issue from Sukrishna. She has a child who's studying in first grade. And I'm going to see if I can open the chat further, but I'm not sure how. There we go. I'll read it for you, Shri Krishna, and that way everybody is represented. There we go. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I have a technical issue. I'm outside. My kid is studying first grade, and her name is Vaishnavi. Thank you for handling the kids in COVID situation. You're welcome, and thanks for joining. Okay, I'm going to turn the meeting over to our membership co-chairs, Melinda and...
So we don't have to turn it? She could.
Oh,
No,
it's up to you.
I can put
Okay.
my video on. if you
Okay.
want.
Either way is fine.
If I know how to do that. So can I put my
Yeah,
mic on?
yeah. Oh, I need to mute.
Oh.
Okay, hang on one sec. There we go.
Hi, this is Carolina Real. No, just keep that one.
We can hear
Now
you.
we've got it.
So this is Carolina Reales. I'm co-membership with Melinda. Here together. So far, we got 143 members. Look at the list. Look at the humongous list. We got more than last year. I don't remember well last year how many, but I think it's 30 more than last year. Still, please spread out the word. As one parent said, they don't know what's PTO. Many they don't know what PTO stands for. I keep translating parent-teacher organization, and same to Spanish. And I'm pushing for Spanish communications as well with Megan. So we have been putting together the Spanish content as well. Unfortunately, I cannot translate the whole meeting to our Spanish-speaking families, but our, how do you say that? At the end, we'll be sharing things and minutes and agenda, so that stuff is coming in Spanish. But please reach to me personally if you need any Spanish questions or anything. And that's about it. Membership, right? Sí. And please don't forget to do the attendance because we need it for tonight. If you are an online person. Gracias.
Okay. Thank you, Carolina and Melinda. Okay. So the next topic on our agenda is we sort of covered a little bit of it already with our goals for the year. As a board over the summer, we met and we sort of just kind of threw things out there. At the time, the big thing was the school communities transitioning back to normal school year and how to help the school do that and nurture the kids. Since then, we've had a major storm impact our district and the families here, and that's become another goal that we would like to address. Other things that we've had on our goals list is to add a new piece of playground equipment. We have a separate budget just to buy playground equipment, and we would like this to be the year that we spend it. So any members who join that committee are going to help figure out how to make that happen. We've had a book fair committee, but we're going to make it even bigger because in the past, the school has run the book fair. This is in Vanderveer. They've handed us the book fair this year, and we're going to be running it. I'm not even sure if the middle school has a book fair or how that works. So we'll look into that. It's not. Okay. We also want to help advance the initiatives of the Latino Family Advisory Board. So we definitely want volunteers to join that committee. And we also want to bring back beloved events and add new ones with all of the ideas that we're going to rely on all of you to come up with. And if we can't get to everyone's ideas during this meeting, please feel free to email. Our email address is on the website. I'm going to get it wrong, so I'm not going to say it out loud. So go to our website, which is somervillnjpto.com, and you'll find the right way to contact us if we can't get through everything tonight. So just to, yes. You can share the committee's link now, and we can also share it again later. There's a spot. Yep. And actually on our website, we're going to have it on the website. So you could go in and sign up for the committees there so that a committee chair can find you. So the first thing I kind of wanted to touch on was how to assist the families impacted by the storm. Because I think a lot of us, it was 4 weeks ago today, a lot of families are still struggling with it. You know, I would like to see the PTO do something. A couple ideas had been floated. We want to work with the school on this one so that we're fulfilling the needs that, you know, need to be met. Danny came up with an idea of having a penny drive that would come from the students. I was thinking there might be a need to have a winter coat drive at this point. There have been other ideas about a lot of groups have been gathering gift cards and sending them out to the families who need them. There's also just donations in general. So I kind of wanted to start the conversation with that and ask if any of the school representatives that are here tonight have any input on that. We would be grateful for that input. So just raise your hand if you have a thought and you want to see this go in a certain direction. We're all ears.
I would love to know what. So I believe there was a survey. I'm looking at Mrs. Weber.
although there's a survey that was sent out asking, like, if you were impacted, let us know. Do we know what those needs are?
So, at the time, that we've had various needs practices.
Okay.
Because the people that needed it most, had been, going through so much. So, we've put it in the weekly message each week, but I have a feeling that we're not necessarily reaching everyone who really needs it. We know that there are still a number of families that are displaced, and, hoping to get back, into Somerville somehow. So I think the needs, like the co-drive, I think that's a great idea. I think the needs are going to grow, as we move forward. The community has been amazing, and you've been amazing in, getting, diapers and baby clothes and pillows and food and things like that. And also helping support people as they were trying to, clean out their homes too. So the community has been wonderful. We think just, anything that the school district can do to put out more information. But, if you know of people who were impacted, you can fill out the form on their behalf. So we can supply that out again. We've provided resources to students that have needed it. If they said that they had a Chromebook, for example, that was lost in the flooding, we've been able to provide that to them. But it's going to need to be an ongoing reassessment. And, I'm sure things down the road, like furniture and stuff like that, are going to be really important for people as well. So any ideas that you have, please bring them back to us, and we'll be happy to do what we can to share the message and try to get to the people that are really in need of it.
So it sounds like
Yeah.
It sounds like the penny drive might be a really good idea, because if we just start now by collecting money, and then when we see what the need is, we can then designate that money to provide what they need, whether it is furniture or clothes or whatever it is at that moment.
Yep, and the idea would be in each classroom would be the kids bringing in their own, their own donations, or send it in from the parents. But it was one way to get the kids directly involved too.
I thought that would be good to get the kids involved, because so many of the kids have come out and helped. Having lemonade stands, having sorting clothes, and helping out at the other community things that have been going on. I thought it was a way to get kids have piggy banks. So let me bring in some pennies or something, and I thought that would be a good way to get have them involved to help their fellow classmates that were so affected by this.
And I'm starting to think maybe a good idea would be this could be one of our committees that we form right now, and have a chair, and then that committee can do the brainstorming and figure out what needs to go into this to land on all the right ideas and move it forward. So those are just some of the ideas that we've come up with. And if there's anyone here who feels that they would like to head that committee, we'll take any volunteers right now. Or we can post it on the website and you can fill in that slot. But yeah, we just want to make sure that we are filling all the right needs. We could do some kind of vote on the ideas right now, or we can just leave it with the committees.
Do we want to vote to go ahead with the penny drive?
Let's have a vote to decide if we do like the penny drive idea. So this is our first time running a vote. I'm not sure what to do.
For the vote, it's just like the members vote.
Okay.
The other ones are not members, cannot vote.
So just so you know, you have to be a member and have paid dues in order to vote. So you can do that tonight if you like. You could go to our website and sign up. Juliana, were you raising your hand? No?
Okay.
So do we want to, so if you're virtual, can you either write in the chat yes or no?
Just write no if they disagree, because
Oh,
there's
okay.
gonna be so many guesses.
Okay. So if you don't want to do the penny drive, you're going to vote no in the chat.
Okay.
And then if
they disagree.
Okay.
And if you're in person, if you agree, raise your hand.
Okay.
To do a penny
So
drive.
if you're at home, you just write no if you disagree. Raise your hand if you're in person and you agree to do a penny drive. Okay.
Ms. Forever, did you have your hand up before?
I just want to mention something.
Oh, okay.
That's an idea.
Okay. And
Okay.
does anybody vote no for the penny drive?
Right. Yes, here, yes.
Okay. So that motion passed. So we will make that one of the items that we do to assist families impacted by the storm. And did you want to
Yeah, I just
speak?
wanted to add
Okay.
a thought. I know people were there this past weekend, but that the church had a drive. And so families who were impacted could actually go and find what they needed. So my thought was maybe that's potentially what you would down the road want to do is just have a drive. And so we could invite families that we have identified, potentially you've identified, and then have the gift cards and various items, cleaning supplies, because some families were coming and they were saying, we don't need clothes, but we need cleaning supplies. We just need food. We need clothes for my son, but I'm okay. So there it was like an overwhelming abundance. But if we're like just focusing on our school district, it's just a thought to throw out there is doing the drive so they can come to us. Just an idea.
I'm sorry if I can say something about that. It's I was at the clothes drive. Many families are, for example, living with a family member in just one bedroom and they don't have space to put nothing extra. So there was a lot of things to do, like to bring home, but no space to put it on. So that'll be good things if we do it like the end of November or like mid-November, since we're doing like codes, weather starts getting cold. And also, like she said, people is going to laundromats. That was something that they were doing, ShopRite cards and laundromat cards for the family. So something similar will be great. It's a lot of work, but I'm not sure how much the number, but it was about 60 plus families who were able to benefit from that drive. Kind of.
Excellent. Okay. So then,
Okay. Wonderful.
so we can, okay. So then we could also have a vote on whether we want to have a coat drive or if we want to like hash that idea out more to see what the needs are or to have the gift cards. So, just share your thoughts if you guys feel like it should go in a certain direction. Like, I don't know.
I just like at the end, if someone is signing for a committee, just sign on the page. Don't wait to go home and fill it. Sometimes we forget or something because we want to reach those people and just get it together and get it done.
Can we use money from the penny drive just to buy gift cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or laundromat, because I know laundromat's a big.
Yeah.
I say we definitely form a committee for this to discuss.
To discuss further.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will post that as one of the committees, and we'll just ask that somebody raise their hand to be the committee chair. We don't have to do that right now, but it'll be on the sheet and it'll be posted on our website. So more to come on that. Okay.
You do have two comments in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the comments in the chat. Dr. Skrzynski?
Yes. Yes, Dr. Schroer, that's yes.
I was gonna say I could say it out loud too. There's so many people, but
No, definitely. That's
Okay,
why I
thank
went to the survey, because it was, it went to, it didn't go, the information didn't go to everybody. It went to the specific people that needed that information.
Mhm.
And then maybe we could go, either to you or to the, the people at Vanderveer, like what is the specific need? We don't need to know the family. We don't need to know who, but what is the specific need? Do they need, clothes in this size? And, here's a Target gift card, or we need help with laundromat. So here's a laundromat gift card, so the specific need is what we were hoping to get from that survey. So we really, if you know anybody that was impacted by the storm, if you could fill out that survey so that the school could help you, so that we could help you,
yeah, I do have to let you know that in terms of involvement, I've been instructed by my principal to always refer you all to Dr. Tehan. So that's, but I love the idea. I appreciate it so much. And then just that idea of, I love how much the students want to help. But even they were bringing in donations, just that ability for the families that were affected to have that privacy. So,
yeah, no, that's definitely, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. April, did you want to share your idea?
Hi, sorry, I'm doing bedtime, so I'm trying
Okay.
to double task here.
No problem.
But yeah, I was just thinking, there's people who are affected in all different levels, right? Some people, are in severe financial assistance. Some people have been affected less, and just an idea in terms of, you know, uh, building a sense of community, right? There's different ways to do that, like a get together, something to just make people feel like there is a sense of community support there, without like requiring an exchange of money. So it's just a thought, but yeah, if there's going to be a committee, that can be discussed further then.
Right. So we've got our financial needs, our social emotional needs. There are a lot of needs that need to be met. So thank you for contributing that idea. Rhonda?
I just thought of an idea, something that the school I used to work at used to do. It wasn't the PTO, but the guidance counselor used to collect the needs of some of the individuals in our district that maybe were low income or didn't have something towards the holidays. And she would do almost like a giving tree thing. So she would post up in our teacher's room little snowflakes and with the needs of different, like, this is an age of the child and this is what they're looking for. And so I'm wondering if maybe that's something, I don't know if you do that, because obviously I'm new to the district, but that might be something that we can do for some of these families who are affected, knowing that come holiday time, they may not be able to provide some of the basic needs or even just like toys and books and things like that for kids.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. I saw the Girl Scouts were doing the drive for the Halloween costumes. So that you're saying like holiday gifts would be the idea to distribute. Right. And we would have to work with the school somehow to figure out how to connect with those students to get the items to the students privately. So that's a great idea. Thank you for contributing that. Okay, so it sounds like we have a lot of great ideas on paper. We'll form the committee and we'll take it from there. We're going to call that the goal of the evening, and we're going to create more goals through the year, just so we can move along with our agenda. So the next topic is the traditional fall event that we have, whether we want to continue to have that event this year. I'm going to move it over to Melinda.
No, it's me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's me.
To Danny. Sorry.
Melinda's like, no. Okay, so traditionally, pre-COVID, we would have a trunk or treat at Vanderveer that was open to only Vanderveer families. And it was great. We always had a good turnout. The families would donate a bag of candy and they would go from trunk to trunk and trunk or treat. We sold pizza, because who doesn't love pizza? But we were reached, Kathy Gert from Rec reached out to us about partnering with them for a trunk or treat on Main Street. It would be on October 29th, which was the date that we were originally discussing amongst the board for a trunk or treat. But their event is from 3 to 6, and our event is usually later to accommodate families that are working. But then we did hear back from Kathy saying, and she said that their event is going to go to 7. So do we want to hold our traditional trunk or treat at Vanderveer, or do we want to partner with Rec and the DSA with their
and I think the first question is like, do we want to have a trunk or treat?
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah.
Because also there was the suggestion from April about having, a community event to bring people together in support of each other. So I think maybe what we should first do is have a vote of whether we want to have trunk or treat or come up with a different idea. So maybe we could just start up with, just people sharing their thoughts of what direction do you think we should go this fall. If there's anyone at home that wants to throw a thought out there.
Well, there's not a whole lot of time left, so
Right.
yeah. Trunk or treat would be like the easiest thing to throw together. Like, this is
Yeah.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it is. I never put one.
But generally speaking, people in candy, decorated trunks are fairly.
I was gonna say the kids. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, honestly, but the kids love it. The kids my kids, the last one, they had so much fun, and all the kids did. They do have a blast. So.
Okay.
So if anybody doesn't know what a trunk or treat is, just for, I don't know if anybody on virtually does not know what a trunk or treat is. It's when people come to a parking lot and they park their car, and if you signed up, you open your trunk and you decorate it, and then kids from the community come and like trunk or treat from each car. So they go from car to car.
Mm-hmm.
And the PTO collects the candy to distribute to the people that have decided to decorate their trunks. Decorating your trunk is not mandatory. You sign up to do it. It's not mandatory to come. It's just something fun to do with the kids, and it's in a safe environment because you're in the parking lot and there's no cars driving around.
And we traditionally do prizes.
Oh yes, and we traditionally do prizes for the best, the scariest, the best, the couple other things, and we usually get prizes donated from local businesses.
Mm-hmm. And, if we decide to do it, we would just have to ask permission from the school to use the school facility on that day that would be chosen. The requirement on school grounds right now is to wear masks, so I'm assuming it would be a masked event. That's the only other thing that I can think of might be different about this year. So let's take it to a vote, unless does anybody at home have anything to say? You can just unmute and talk.
Just a thought in terms of the night. I mean, well, I guess we're voting about trunk or treat or no trunk or treat, but if there's already going to be a trunk or treat on that same night, that should be a factor.
Correct.
If we want.
Yeah, I don't imagine we would want to hold ours on the same night. So the downtown Somerville Spooktacular will be from 3 until sometime after 7. I believe it's hosted by DSA and Rec. They said there will be a trunk or treat there. They've encouraged us to participate. It's on Friday the 29th. The kids are dressing up at Vanderveer that day. I don't know if they dress up at the middle school. Pam, they do? Okay, so we had thought that would be an ideal day if we did it here, and we usually do it from 6 to 7:30. So I wouldn't want to create a conflict. I think kind of the question is do we join forces and do it there, or do we have a separate one? Do we put our efforts into a different event altogether because there's already a trunk or treat in town? That's kind of the discussion that I thought we had some value tonight. And Jamie.
So my only thing is if you go with the rec department and you go downtown, you're not only doing it just for our school, you're doing everybody who attends the downtown event, which is multiple towns. Bridgewater comes and Branchburg and all different towns come. So it if you're going to be supporting it, and I'm just going back to prior budget wise, if you're supplying candy and you're asking our parents to supply candy, or the PTO is supplying candy, you're not just supplying for, and I don't want to seem like I'm not for joint community, but it's putting a lot on the parents that do the trunks, because we go through, you guys know prior years that we've had it, we've gone through a ton of candy.
Right.
So that would be my only thing if you were doing an event, with rec, and you did it downtown, because it's not just for Vanderveer, it's for, and it's not just for Somerville, because multiple towns attend. So it's kids from all over.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Kate.
Kate, okay. I was going to say Katie. I'm like, but you're Katie.
My daughter's in pre-K, so I've never been to the trunk or treat at Vanderveer, but as you were talking about it, I was feeling like that sounds wonderful to not have to micromanage every step, and make, where, so that's, is it, I imagine it's very safe.
It is very safe. We block off, after the cars come in that are decorating, we block off this section of the parking lot over here. And then they decorate, they set up, and then the kids come, and the parents with the kids that are attending, they have to park in the other parking lots, and then they walk over. And it's very safe, because there's no cars other than kids running and falling and scraping their knee. There's really no other, or sugar highs, that's really the most danger.
And thinking about that personal suggestion about friendly.
Mhm.
Like, kids can come a half hour beforehand on Main Street. That's just not gonna happen.
Mhm.
Right. Which is fine. We can, we have our headphones, we have our stuff, it's no problem. But like at here, like we
Mhm.
probably do more to include.
Yeah.
Really nice idea.
Yeah.
We can do it the weekend before and have twice as much candy.
Oh, good.
Okay. Sugar the kids up.
I think then
We're
let's
gonna
have
sugar
our
our
vote.
kids up and then send them to Megan's.
Yes. Okay, then we're gonna take it to a vote. If you're at home and you don't want to see trunk or treat happen, you can type no in the chat. If you're here and you want to see it happen, please raise your hand.
Just to clarify, trunk or treat at Vanderbilt.
Yes,
Okay.
trunk or treat at Vanderveer. So you can
A night other than the 29th.
on a night other than the 29th, so that we're not creating a conflict. So if you would like to see trunk or treat happen here at Vanderveer, not on the 29th, raise your hand.
He's so hesitant over here.
Because my October calendar is pretty full already, so.
Okay. And I see people at the meeting raising their hand, so I don't know if that's to participate or to vote. But at home, you would just write no if you don't want to do it. If there's some other aspect you want to add to it, you can just unmute and let us know your thoughts. Okay.
If you have thoughts, you can be on the committee.
Yes. Okay. So it looks like we're forming our committee to have trunk or treat. If anybody at home wanted to speak, go ahead. Okay. So look, if you'd like to be involved in that committee, please sign up tonight either in the chat or go online at our website. I think the committee will have to decide if it's going to be the weekend before or the day after. Yeah, so that'll be a topic of discussion that I'd like to see that committee meet pretty soon to get that on the calendar. Okay. Fall fundraiser. So that's Melinda.
Okay,
Now it's your
so the fall fundraiser. We have done Gertrude chocolate the year before. We added the pasta in the spring. We are looking for more ideas. So if you guys have ideas, thoughts, suggestions here at home, let us know. We also thought about a pizza kit. How do you pronounce this? Otis the Spunkfire?
Otis Spunkfire cookies.
Cookies, right? Okay, cookies. So yeah, so we're just looking for a little bit more brainstorming on for this fall idea. And if you have an idea and it's something that you would like to participate in, again, we're looking for volunteers to really, be a part of the group, be a part of the committee, so that way we're not inundating you all. So if like this is what you're in this one. So you're more specifically inclined to what you're doing. So if you have any ideas, speak now in your comments. If not,
Send an email.
and send us an email too. That's also too. So if you guys are like, gotta go, you can always send us emails too about any ideas. So any ideas here? Nope.
Did anybody really love Gertrude
Not yet.
Talk? Or
Yeah, did you like the chocolate? Did you
hate
like the
Gertrude Talk?
pasta?
Or what do you?
I loved the pasta, but I think everybody saw my video.
What did you say, Brian?
The pasta was fun.
You like the pasta?
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like the pasta, I'm sorry, is, for example, my Latino group, it's so difficult for people to go online, buy $60 pasta. It's like we can either have like like if we go to trunk or treat and we have like a box of pasta to sell individually, that'll work. I myself bought pasta for many people and went driving their pastas at home, and I made like $100 purchase. But if you're not buying a large thing, like it's just really hard. But I mean, I'm in for it because I like it. But for people who wants to just buy a little bit, it's
Well, maybe we can look for something in the
Yeah,
middle.
the shipping was expensive
Yeah.
on that.
Exactly.
The shipping was expensive, so that's I had suggested that if you and your two families get together to buy together to get the
Was
free
there
shipping.
an option to ship to the school?
There not for the online. For if you do
Yeah.
catalog sales, I believe
and
there
then
was
it
an
gets
option.
hard to get stuck with all this and people don't
Right, and then it
pick
comes here
up.
and then sorting, and we're not allowed here during school hours. And
Got it.
So just
But even
carpool
this
with
year.
someone else to buy pasta. Or whatever you say.
I mean,
If-
I
if
have
that's
not
the
met a carb
idea.
that I don't like, so.
Yeah, so if pasta is our thing, we can look, more ideas with the pasta. I don't know if anybody at home is putting anything in the comments. Oh, I like the
Kate,
pasta.
or does Kate have a question or want to have a suggestion?
Anybody have their hands up? Or?
Kate Andrade?
Oh, the kids are here.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's after.
Okay, maybe Kate just has her hand raised.
No, I'm sorry about that.
That's from the vote? Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's from the vote.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so it sounds like pasta is higher up on the list. Did anybody prefer the chocolate to the pasta?
I will say, from a budgetary point of view, the chocolate makes way more money than we did on the pasta.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
especially
So-
for the season as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very close
So,
to the holidays.
I think that's why we did it
In
Fall
the
and
fall
spring.
and the
Yeah.
spring. Yeah.
So which we'll get to next, the estimate that we had for Gertrude Hawk on a normal year is around 4,000 that we make.
Okay.
Pasta, I think, made
Four something.
475.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the year that we made that much with the chocolate was probably when we were in school.
2019.
Yeah, and delivered to the school and didn't have to pay the shipping.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we may want to consider to go back to doing it that way this
Yes.
year.
If we are
Yeah.
allowed, are we allowed from the schools to do that, to ship here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's the time frame? Because I know a lot of us have kids who are Girl Scouts who are selling chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
right
that's a good
now.
point.
Those end 10/26. So
It would, I think it's
if you
usually
pick up after that, you won't be competing with the Girl Scouts selling, it's not Gertrude Hawk, but it's chocolates.
So whoever volunteers to be the chair of the fundraiser would figure that out. I got an email from Gertrude Hawk that explained, here's when you need to order by to have the chocolate delivered to you before the holidays. But we could try to work with that.
That's important. Like,
Yeah.
if you do chocolate, just
It says, I have it, you want to say? With the chocolates, if you order by Monday, October 25th, you'll get it November 15th. If you, the last day to order, if you order it the November 15th, you'll get it before December 6th. So we could do it after.
Okay,
so
we
then
could
that
do
way
it
people
after.
could do like I remember I did stocking stuffers for my kid. They did like cute little chocolate bags or whatever. So that could be a good mix. And then maybe do pasta again in the spring. So it's not that, conflicting.
So if anyone has any other suggestions right now, please go for it. Otherwise, let's take a vote to do Gertrude Hawk in the fall, and we'll take a vote again for the spring fundraiser when that comes around.
Yeah. We might come up with new ideas by then.
Or new
Yeah,
ideas,
or-
exactly.
exactly.
So please brainstorm through the year. Okay, so if you're at home, type no if you disagree. Dr. Skrzynski said she liked the pasta, didn't find the shipping too prohibitive, said she did it as gifts, considered it part of the cost, and it was a fun idea to fundraise. Okay, no, I
Thanks,
agree.
Dr. Farr.
Yeah. Please raise your hand if you want to do the chocolate in the fall, and type no in the chat if you don't. Okay, so we can start the vote, open the vote now.
We're voting yes for chocolate in the fall.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Keep
Chocolate
reading
in the
vote.
fall.
Okay, so we're gonna move forward with you can spread the word that Gertrude Hawk is back.
And if anybody wants to be on that committee, just email us.
Yeah, you can email us or you can go onto our website and find where we're gonna have the sign up sheet for the committee. Thank you for that. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go to budget and funds requests.
Yep. You ready to present? You want to do budget first?
The budget?
Do budget. So we have to present our budget for a vote, which will show up on the screen. Maybe.
And if you want, I can bring it up on the website and share it from there if that's easier. Assuming that's the right one.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wait, there we go. She's presenting.
Got
There we,
it.
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So for those in the room, it's a little bit screen too, sorry.
It's after 4 p.m., Miss Reverend.
Okay, so this is kind of small for people here. I'm assuming on the screen, it's not so bad.
Close the chat and open it to full screen on yours.
I think so.
Wanna see it?
Let's see.
In here,
Okay.
that is-
Here.
We have built this budget based on our knowledge of a normal school year, so keep that in mind. I think it's okay, maybe. Sorry, guys.
Sorry,
on the
my-
phone. We're trying to
Full screen. Okay.
update this.
No, that was
Okay,
not.
all right.
Oh yeah, I pin. Pin? We want to pin it?
No.
Oh my gosh, I made it worse.
You do want to pin it.
Our kids can.
We're having a
Mrs. McEntee to the rescue.
So let's go to. Where was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing great.
But like with the computers.
Where was the file?
Is it in the chat? Is that where the file is, or is she sharing it from her computer? Oh, she's sharing it.
You are. Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as you said your name and
So, and you can repin it, so it'll, and then she can zoom in on it.
I'm pinning this.
And that.
Oh, she was a nice nurse. Every day, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, there. Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right.
All right.
Hopefully everybody can see that. Not sure what.
It's okay. It's on her.
Okay.
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 And we're back.
So it's fine. You can scroll down. I think that's fine. So the first half of this is what we spend our money on. I'm going to run through this. I will try and be quick, but please yell if you have questions. First line item is teacher back to school gifts, which we did little chocolates.
We did like a candy buffet at Vanderveer and middle school.
Yes, $35. The open house, we actually have this line item in here from before. I believe we can actually take it out or reallocate funds elsewhere because the open house was virtual. We didn't spend any money. Grade buses, this is pre-K through, or preschool, through eighth. So that is $350 a grade, which helps offset the cost for anyone, which we actually, next item is coming up. Kindergarten farm day, we do this every year. It is in the spring, I believe, at least my kid, it was in the spring. I don't know if that's always true. So the farm comes and the animals come out and they love it. Trunk or treat is $800 because we do ask for candy donations, but we tend to have to supply them. Yes. Sorry, I lost my spot. Holiday shop supplies and extra sale items is $400. That is if we do the holiday shop, which I assume we'll talk about probably next meeting. Valentine's pencilgrams. These are the supplies for it. We do charge for this. We make a little bit. So that is $350. I saw that face, Danny. Book fair supplies, since we are entirely running it this year, we put in $100 for whatever we may need for that. Field day for pre-K through 5 is ice pops. I believe it's just the ice pops, correct?
Yes.
I
think we did a bouncy thing one time.
Right. That does not include that. I don't believe. SMS field day is $1,100. Teacher appreciation, which we did have a lot of donations for last year, but we left it as $1,000 here. These are like really nitty gritty things. Constant contact email is $240. Website fees is $228 for the year. 8th grade awards is $300. The $200 is for miscellaneous things like checks, stamps, which I spelled wrong, etc. And then the 5th grade gift is $600, and 8th grade, which is the t-shirts for their trip, assuming that happens, is $900. And then we have to pay a charity registration for New Jersey instead of taxes or whatever it is. And then these are the $100 for the IRS fees. So this is what we spend, our estimate, for $10,348. And then what we bring in, which is a very big estimate because we're still in COVID era. So we're hoping we bring in money. Membership, we have estimated $1,800. Donations, which come in from people's work, people just, donate extra when they sign up, is $350. Gertrude Hawk, this was based on the last normal year we had, so $4,000. Spiritware is about $300, we hope. The pencilgrams is $400, so it's about $50 we make from there, which we probably won't raise that. Box tops we have listed at $25. Honestly, box tops is probably going away because no one does it anymore because you're not clipping them.
We
you
have to do
scan the
online,
receipt.
and we have to figure out the code. I need to talk to, what's her name? I forgot her name. Well, she wasn't in PTO before. But we need a code. Maybe Ms. Trevor can help us. There's everything online now. It's just download the app.
We have to scan your receipt every
Scan
time.
your receipt, and then you have to put the code towards the school you want to put the money to. But honestly, I haven't had the time to look for the code, and I know But it has to be someone at school in charge of that, so I don't know if it's gonna be extra job for anybody here at the school.
Yeah.
And something like that, but something that can be, worked throughout the year, but I don't.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't have time to do that.
It sounds like a lot of people aren't doing it anymore.
I think if you do have questions about it, Michelle Einhoven used to do it.
Okay.
Here.
But she did the like when it was still physical clipping.
And I think Alicia Janice.
Alicia.
did-
Yes.
Okay.
some
I'll
last
ask
year,
her, yeah.
Like whatever was coming in virtually. and she handled it.
Yeah. Holiday shop is $250, so we do lose money on this one. I think it's $400 for supplies. Discount cards I left here because we did that pre-pandemic, but it could also be pasta, which was around $450, so we left that one in there. Hershey Park fundraiser, I think Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, the last time we did this was spring 2019, but that was an easy moneymaker, so I have left that in there for potential for the spring.
Do that. Yeah.
Dine to donate is another thing that we should definitely start looking back into. We put 200 here. Trunk or treat is nothing because we don't really tend to make anything. And Amazon Smile, which I definitely think we need to focus on this one because now you can do it on the app if you download it the correct way, which I did today, so I didn't know I was doing it wrong. We can get money from that. So I have 100, but maybe we can do something to make more.
Maybe we should put the instructions on how to do that on the website.
Yes, which I did today. So I will.
Okay.
I will talk to Megan about that.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I didn't know I had to go through a different app.
Yeah. Okay.
So we do have a slight.
Yes.
Scroll down just a little
Actually,
bit.
it is on the website.
Oh, is it?
If you go under fundraising.
Is it on the how to do it on the mobile app?
Not how to do it, but there's a link to it. Like
Okay.
how to.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. Can you scroll down just a smidge? So our total here is a little over 9,000 that we bring in, which leaves us with a shortfall. However, we do have a surplus of funds because the last 19 months, whatever it is, we haven't really done as much. So that is the budget, which has to be approved.
Right. So that means we'll take it to a vote. But first, if anybody has any questions or concerns about everything that was just presented in our budget, you can just unmute and ask, or you can raise your hand in the room. But that's, and this is all something that through the year, if we don't spend those funds, we can always have votes at each meeting on adjusting items. This is sort of a base. We don't even know if we're doing some of these things. So we're putting it in the budget so that if we choose to do them, it's already accounted for. But if there's something we feel strongly about that we want to take out of the budget right now, we can also do that. So if anybody has any concerns or questions, Erica.
Now that we're taking over the book fair, that's going to end up in 22, right?
It could.
It could. We just didn't put it in.
It could, because the other thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, since I know you are the book fair queen on this. If you take it as money, it's only half. Whereas if you take it as
half.
Scholastic dollars, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So we didn't put book fair into the budget because that's something that we're going to have to look into closely, but it could be a big fundraiser. We were also thinking about adding another fundraiser that's book related. That could be another big. But we're basing this all off of pretty much 2019, and we can make adjustments as we go. Okay. So if anybody else has any other comments or questions, we're going to take it to a vote. I guess, should we stop presenting and then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can run through the
All right. So I'm going to put my camera back on. All right. So if you're at home and you disagree with the budget, you're going to type no into the chat. If you are here and you like the budget, then raise your hand.
I guess I have to raise my hand, guys.
We're at the budget. Okay. So the budget's passed. Thank you.
She's saying type no.
I thought you.
I know.
I thought Megan just voted no. Do we have any no votes?
Run through the balance sheet super quick, which is super exciting.
What's the balance sheet again?
Just
It's
what we've spent so far.
Okay.
No, Jenny's saying no.
It's
It's 820.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
Last year.
Okay.
We need to go to the Yep.
Okay, so the last thing under fiscal is going to be the funds requests that have been submitted. No.
All right, so I have 3. First one is for kindergarten bus. They are asking to go to Norris Hill at the end of October, which is $350, which is in the budget.
Which we
The
just
one thing that we need to figure out, which maybe Mrs. Frederick can help us, is we did pay for a kindergarten bus that did not go anywhere in 2020. And we also paid for a third grade bus that didn't go anywhere.
Like the money was given.
The money was given, the check was written to Vanderveer.
Okay.
I'll
look into it with
Was
our
it due to
secretary.
COVID?
Due to
COVID.
It was right at the
Yeah,
shutdown.
so
Okay.
yeah, that sounds good.
Third and kindergarten.
Third and kindergarten. Third, I think they were supposed to go in mid-March and they didn't go.
Yeah, they were supposed to go to the theater.
Yes,
Morrison.
yes.
Yeah.
I texted Jenny again, was like, where
So
was
it's
it?
in the budget if we need it, but if
Yes.
not, they can draw it down from the.
So it is
school
already
account.
in the budget and the budget has been approved, so we actually don't need to vote on it, but if it's, we can figure out, then they can draw it from there.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I have a question about that one.
yes.
Is that the kindergarten field trip or is there another kindergarten field trip being
That is
planned?
a good question. It says, the kindergarten class is planning a field trip to Norrisville at the end of October. We're asking for funds to help offset the cost of busing for the families.
Right, I know they also do the zoo in the spring, but I think we can only give
For one.
for
Yeah.
one trip per grade. So I don't know in the past if they've asked for both, but we'll see if they.
Have they usually done
I don't-
two?
I think this is
I feel
new.
like in her email, she said
Okay.
instead, and she said they're doing
Okay.
it instead of.
Instead
Oh,
of the
okay.
I think it was in the email though, but
Okay.
it's not on that.
Okay.
So we don't need to
We
vote
don't
on
need to
that
vote.
one.
We don't need to vote on that.
I have two more.
Okay.
So the second one I can mention. The second one is from Ms. Allen for, what's it called? PBIS, right? Is that right? Positive Behavior Intervention and Support.
The car with
The
the
Vanderbucks.
If Vanderbucks, yeah, Vanderbucks cart.
The request is for 2,000. It says these funds will help to support our school-wide, PBIS. The goal is to positively reinforce all positive choices students make. Our core values are being safe, respectful, and responsible. The money will support our Vanderveer prize cart. This affects all students.
Okay, so the request is for $2,000 to help supply the items that go into the Vanderbucks cart. What the kids do is for positive behavior, they're awarded points. And then as they rack up points, I think the cart comes around periodically and then they can use their Vanderbucks to buy the prizes. So it's to encourage good behavior. I guess the idea is that they need supplemental funds to keep the cart stocked. The request is $2,000. As a board, we talked about it, that's quite a high amount. We don't think we can fully fund that request. But I do want to hear everybody's thoughts on that. And we have options to fully fund it, to partially fund it, to not fund it. It's whatever the group decides. So I'm opening up the discussion.
So if we partially fund it, how much will go for it?
We will vote on
How
that.
much are we willing to offer if we partially fund it?
And would it be middle school and?
It is
This is
Just
a
Vanderveer.
Vanderveer
Okay.
request.
Just
Yeah.
Vanderveer.
So
that's a fact.
do you know the current account balance? How much money do we have to work with?
Yes, I do.
'Cause
So
that's
keep
important.
in mind, we will have a budget shortfall
Right.
based on projections, but our current playground fund or regular fund has 21,000 left
Okay.
over in it.
So we do
So we
have
do have
some
some.
money that we want to spend. Do we want to give $2,000 to the cart? Do we want to give it all at once? Do we want to do it installments? Or not at all? It's basically what
Or
we're
a partial,
discussing.
or a partial.
Yeah.
Right, didn't I say?
Or a
I thought I said
partial
partial.
fund.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, and we have, other initiatives and other requests. So that's kind of the discussion that we're faced with right now.
Mhm.
So if anybody has
Why
thoughts.
don't we put like the numbers organized, like how much the bus trip costs and which other requests, so we add up how much money and then we decide.
Yeah, so if you want, there's one more request
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
wait.
I know
Wait,
that-
knock it over. For Mr. Reedy.
I know there are people at
I
home
was like,
that
where
just
did
raised
this
their
paper
hand.
come
We're
from?
gonna present the other request first, and then we're gonna talk about both of them.
For Mr. Reedy for 3,600 to purchase indoor games and supplies for indoor recess in each K-5 classroom. So, Mrs. Forever, I don't know if you can answer this. Is this so each classroom has their own supplies, or would it then, so indoor recess for kindergarten, and then you can take those and give them to first?
So
I assume for COVID.
So ultimately, the goal is that we can provide some games for each class. So there's approximately 36 classes. The teachers have begun and shared with me their wish list of games and items that they would like in their classroom for the students to be able to use. So inclement weather this year looks different. So it's one class in the cafeteria eating, while the other students who typically would be in recess, outside for recess, they are now in their classrooms for that inclement weather time. So it's to provide support to the teachers to have some games, decks of cards, Uno, Scrabble, all different things in their rooms that those students could then utilize. So in a perfect world, this would be something that they would be able to then have for many years to come. So that's why it's on the larger side for this time, because the hope is that being that it's not being passed from grade level to grade level, the chances of the pieces getting lost will be smaller, because it will be that that homeroom classes games.
That sounds like it could be a drive, though.
So that's what I was just
gonna say,
yeah. So what if we had like an Amazon wish list or a sign up genius list, so people could, like if it's Uno cards and decks of cards, like somebody could say, oh, I'll buy 5 packs of Uno cards, and then you can Amazon it right to the school. And that was just something we were kind of discussing.
The teacher wish list.
Yeah, like a teacher wish list
or whatever.
right, like a Vanderveer, like the clear the list from the teachers initiative, something like that.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, because we had said, I asked both of my daughter's teachers, like, what do you need? And I haven't, they were like, oh, we'll let you know. So that was one thing where I was like, well, I feel like a lot of parents would happily.
I got a slip from our teacher saying, could you donate anything for indoor
we haven't gotten anything.
I gave him some crayons, a little pack of cards, and a little pocket travel game.
Yeah.
So our class did already ask for stuff.
Did they ask for a specific amount?
This
Mr. Reedy
asked
asked
for $3,600.
Okay, yeah. So we have 2 requests in front of us. It's $2,000 to supply the Vanderbucks cart, and it's $3,600 to supply items to the classrooms.
Sorry, Mr. White. So which other income are you getting to supply that Vanderbucks cart? Which
So
other
it's
money?
it's the budget was delegated from last year, being that we didn't have the Vanderbucks. So as of right now, those are the funds, and it's what we have. So as of right now, those are the funds for the Vanderbucks part.
So what you have right now, it was from the budget that you had before, and if you run out, that's it. You need the support from
Yes.
PTO, or is
Or
there
other,
any
yeah.
other fund coming somewhere or not?
Yeah, we're going to be looking to work with the teachers as well, hopefully, and do something with them. So that's kind of where we are right now. And that's why we've also added like lunch with the principal and lunch with the assistant principal, things that are free, that are included on our card.
I'm sure a lot of the kids would like lunch with their own teacher too.
Isn't that one of them?
There is that an option?
Yeah.
How about lunch with mom and
They don't
dad?
all just want to.
But does it?
This girl used to do that in her own.
Isn't it lunch with the principal and a friend?
Yes.
So my children already told me that I would be the friend to have lunch with Mr. Reedy, and I'm like,
I'm guessing it's really successful in fostering positive.
It has. It's been really exciting. It's actually on my list of things to kind of share with you. It's been a great start to our year. Shifting, all the kids in school, and we're all on that same motto of being safe, respectful, and responsible. And everyone's taking a part in it. So like even Mr. Reeve and myself, like if we see somebody, we'll give them a Vanderbuck, or we'll give their whole class of Vanderbucks. And when the cart came around, the excitement was incredible, and I love it because it's money. So it's teaching the kids also to budget. Like one kid bought an item and was like, oh, wait, now I like $2 left. Okay, I have to keep making good choices. And you know what? I'm not going to go to the cart next time because I want to save it for something bigger. So it's also that whole money and like savings and, oh, wait, that's where my money went. So I don't know. I feel like there's been so many positive things with it, more than just them getting a prize.
And the cart passes weekly?
Yeah. So the plan is every other week. We're figuring out the schedule. It was always going to be on Friday, but when we did it for the first time, it took all day to get through 3 grades.
Mhm.
So we're looking at potentially doing like 2 grades on a Wednesday, 2 grades on Thursday, 2 grades on Friday, or something like that, because it did take a long
And
time.
how about just doing like once a month? So they wait, like, oh, it's waiting, it's gonna
It
come
might
at
be
the
too
end of the
long.
month.
I
Or
think that
2
might be too
weeks.
long for the littles.
Or 2 weeks, so the price is spread out a little bit.
It's to save money, I could see that, but I think for littles, that's a long time.
They need to see the
They need a
reward
little
right
bit
away.
more, yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking about saving the prices.
So, Ms. Forever, so for the, the funds for the Vanderbucks cart, could it be, if we gave some now and then some in, 4 months, and would that
Or you
be?
can even say like, right now we can provide this,
Mhm.
and then in a few months, if we're realizing that we still need some more support, we could always come back to the table and say, hey, we're running low, we have a little bit more. So
Okay.
that's definitely like, honestly, we're just so appreciative of anything
Mhm.
that can be provided for
Okay.
both, really.
Okay. Kate, did you have a question or comment, Andrade, or is that also from before? Or anyone else at home have any comments you want to make for?
Did you see Rhonda's comment?
Oh, you go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to comment that the cart seems to me like a great idea to put money towards, just because the impact is the greatest, right? Because that's the most amount of students, right, that are directly impacted because they're making good choices and therefore, receiving rewards. So, and I know my son, for example, who is a energetic person who could definitely use some positive reinforcement. I think it's a really, really good initiative. And so I would definitely support putting some money towards that.
Thank you. Rhonda?
So I was just asking about the installments, if it was, if we were to do it in installments. I think you guys kind of already talked about that with the principal, but at some point, if we realize we don't need it, can we then stop supplying? Or is it once we agree to the installments, we have to give all the full installments?
My thought is to maybe break this up into, we're going to vote on a smaller amount today for the first installment, and then work with the school, with their future requests. So rather than saying we're going to approve $2,000 and it'll be given throughout the year, we could vote on a smaller amount for one installment, and they can keep coming back to ask.
They can reapply.
They would reapply. So that's kind of how we were thinking.
I see Kate's comment too about the Amazon wish list. Yeah, as well.
Okay, so yes, the Amazon wish list, or Jen put in there about the Sign Up Genius to help donate the prizes. So this could sort of be a joint thing where we're donating funds and doing a wish list and try to make it work from both sides. Because some people, we could also do the Cheddar Up fundraiser. The way you guys paid for dues online was through Cheddar Up, and we could also do a Cheddar Up just for a certain initiative like this. And if parents want to give money to buy these games, we could just do that directly as well.
That worked well for teacher appreciation, both the Cheddar Up and the
Right.
Amazon.
Right. So I think we should vote on if there's a certain amount that we could give as a first installment. And I'm looking at you, Amanda, only because you kind of know from looking at the past budgets what we normally give as a gift.
Yeah, so we tend to keep it under 500, just as an installment, especially knowing that it's still a weird year. We have money to spend, but we also have a budget shortfall, and then what else is going to come up? I would propose $350 to start for each, and then see how it goes. And then also, if you need help working on getting an Amazon wish list, or you want us to help organize a Cheddar Up donation, we can talk about doing that as well as part of helping get that.
So you proposed $350 for the Vanderbucks cart and the indoor recess.
Yes, because I think people would really donate, especially the indoor recess.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure that it was very clear.
Sorry.
Yep. No, it's totally fine.
Okay.
But I'm also open to,
Yeah. Anybody? Okay, so I'm just going to repeat the proposal is to go with $350 for each of these requests, but also to do Amazon wish lists or Sign Up Genius or the Cheddar Up account. We could do all the above for each one of them to supplement. And that is for the Vanderbucks cart and for the indoor recess. Does anybody have any questions or comments about doing it that way? Otherwise, we'll take it to a vote. Okay, anybody at home? I'm so sorry that it's running so late. Okay, so let's do for each. Okay, so for the Vanderbucks cart, $350 plus we can establish.
So hold on, so it's gonna be $350 for like installments or?
No, just one.
$350
Right now.
Yeah, they would have to reply. This is how we would fulfill this request. And we would communicate it to the person that made the request of, how they can move forward with it. So $350, we can also establish wish lists. So raise your hand if you're in favor, and if you're at home, if you're not in favor, type no in the chat. Okay, that's passed. That vote is passed.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. Okay. The next vote is for the indoor recess, $350 toward indoor recess. Again, we think we'll be very successful with the Amazon wish list with this one, and we can do that for this as well. So if you agree, please raise your hand. If you disagree, please type no in the chat. Okay.
And with the Amazon wish list, if like each teacher did it, a lot of people would specifically donate
Yes.
if it was going to their kids' classroom.
Yeah, right.
So
Right.
if each teacher did a wish list for their.
Yeah, and we haven't talked through like how does that work, creating the Amazon wish list, and that might be the way to do it. So again, this may be another committee that you see show up on our website. If you want to help how to make that run, please keep an eye out for that one. Okay, that vote has passed as well. Thank you. Okay, we're just about at the end of our agenda. I'm not going to go through the committees other than to say that we have these committees that have formed, and I'll just tell you real quick, the book fair, we used to have 2. We think we're just going to have 1 in the spring. We haven't really hashed that out. If you would like to be part of that committee, please sign up. We'll talk more about that at the next meeting. Playground fund, we have money to spend on the playground. Danny's going to lead that committee.
Yep.
We'll discuss that at the next meeting as well. Carolina, if there's anything you want to say about Latino Family Advisory Board tonight?
The only thing is we're getting a new school, I can't say this word, liaison. But we haven't been able to pretty much meet or work with the school as of the start of the school year because Daniel and I got hit by Ida. Daniel lost his house because of the explosion next door, and I got displaced. And so we have been helping our families through the WhatsApp group with the, information about food drives, the clothing drive. Initially in the school year, before the school year started, about how to log in parent portal. Many people just didn't know how to do it yet. That's pretty much. And looking to meet soon, but it's like really, really hard right now. Times are really busy. So keep updated in the next meeting.
If they want to find more information about it, that was on
Yes, website is in the works. So I send it to the other members with the content that I wrote, and they approved it. So it's in the works with Megan Communications to put it up. So yeah, I mean, it takes time. We've been working like crazy to be sitting here in front of you all, and everything takes time, but it's getting there. So anything, just send us an email through the PTO email, and maybe you guys can forward to me.
And there's information about your committee on our PTO website as well.
It will be.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it will be.
Okay.
Did you guys vote on the kindergarten?
We didn't need to.
not because it is in the budget, which is approved.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And
Yeah.
there should be funds
So-
already from last time.
Please join our committees. You'll find signups on our website. I'm going to give Ms. Frevert the floor to, if there's an update from Vanderveer.
Sure, I'll be really quick. We talked about the Vanderbucks. The other thing we wanted to share is we are continuing our Student of the Month, but what's really cool this year is the students are nominating their classmates for Student of the Month.
I love it.
So it's very exciting because we're pretty much, talking to them about what does it mean to be safe, respectful, responsible, and who do you feel in your class exemplifies that? At some of the grade levels, they're explaining, so they're explaining for that student why they're nominating that person. So they're helping to identify students that are being safe, respectful, and responsible. Next week is our week of respect. So something will be going on with that. We have fire prevention coming up. We are also celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. So if you walk in the hallways, we have famous Hispanics that we are representing. But what I'm excited about is on Fridays we do music, and our students are choosing the music. So typically we have it where we have picked the music for the month. The students are sharing with Mr. Derflinger the music that is important to them, and we're highlighting it for Hispanic Heritage Month. So that's like very exciting. And they get like a little shout out that it was their song. And that's really it for right now.
Excellent.
Anybody
Thank you.
have any questions?
Thank you. Okay. All right. I don't think we have a representative on any longer from the middle school, so we don't have an update right there. Okay. Is there? Yeah, she had to leave the meeting. Dr. Skuzinski had to leave the meeting. Okay, so it is open for discussion. We were trying to give everybody a chance to speak earlier. I really wanted to make that an important part of our first meeting. But if anybody has any other thoughts you'd like to share right now, there's also going to be a meeting every month, and there's going to be places to share on our website. If anybody has anything else you'd like to add, you can just go ahead and unmute, or just go ahead and share. I think everybody's ready to go home. I'm sorry. I apologize that this took a very long time to get through our entire agenda. Thank you all for hanging in there and for participating and for coming to the meeting tonight. I'm really excited to see all your faces and to get to know you better and to make good things happen at Vanderveer in the middle school. So can't do this without all of you. So thank all of you for coming. Thank all of you for coming. I think that concludes our meeting for tonight. And please keep an eye out for, yes.
Ask the 66 and the 92.
They're no longer on the meeting right now. Nope.
92. If your phone number ends in 92,
they left the meeting.
Oh, they left?
Yeah. So, okay. I
It's
think
still showing up there.
I don't see. Okay, if there's a person on
okay.
the phone that wants to share their identity, that would be great. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We're going to end the meeting now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.